Hello, good morning, Brian Jennings, the man who would have been the movie critic. This channel exists to process my pathological relationship with Quentin Tarantino. I am the reason that he canceled his film, The Movie Critic, last year, and after he set me up to be a movie star, and I burned him, right? He entered into a Faustian covenant to compel me to madness to blow my brains out. And now that he's failed, he's stolen my wisdom, right, and descended into palpable black magic evil to seek the destruction of my body with his mind, him and the cabal of degenerates that surround him. Right? So, right, how do I say that? Like, how can I say these things? Right? He'll always deny, right? Just so that, like, we're clear. He's never going to say, yeah, I'm a sick sorcerer, fuck that guy. Right? Right? Presupposing, right, that life has an intellectual origin, right, and taking one leap further and saying that you can use your mind, which is a piece of that divine intellectual origin, right, to create psychic bridges with people, right, to create a psychic connection with another person on the earth. Right? No one in their right mind would create a condition where they crawl all the way into someone's mind and thereby let them crawl all the way into their mind, right? And never expect to spend any real time with them, right? Never plan to make any real memories wherein they expect the condition to persist for 20 years. That is a diseased, pathological psychology. We each exist as psychic phantoms in the other's mind. Right? Therefore, right, his intention, right, for this entire campaign has been to overwhelm my mind and compel me to blow my brains out. And it's all in this novel. I've written a novelization of my experiences. And just so that we're all on the same page here, these people who make these, snide comments about my madness, right? This is 130,000 words, right? This is a 500-page manuscript, right? Doesn't work that way, right? As far as literature, right? If I wanted to write something in an insane rhapsody and an insane fervor, it would be something like "All work and no play make Jack a dull boy." Right? I am Jesus, etc., etc. Right? That's, right? Those are the writings of madmen. Right? Right? So, we're reading through the novel. I'm trying to put together the 59 stellations of the icosahedron. Right? And so I made the diagram. But unfortunately, it's too small. Here, I'll show you the diagram. All right, this is it on the page. All right. This is it on the poster board. Right? But the problem is that it's these little bitty triangles right in here, right? So I need to have it bigger. But I'll get there. I guess I'm just going to draw it by hand. Right, that's a template, right? We don't actually cut it out of that one. We use it as a reference to look at it, right? No cheating, drafting compass, straight edge, right? Each side of the triangle is subdivided into the golden mean, right? All line segments have 2 points that divide it into the golden mean. Right? So, we're reading through the novel, talking about the nature of reality, right? Right? Why do I have this channel? What am I talking about here? Right? I have this channel because, right, there is no other way to interpret it, right? There's no, unless he is unless he is really completely fucking insane. Right? That no one in their right mind would create this condition. Right? Therefore, right? He wants me to die. That's it. There's nothing else to interpret there. And now that he knows he can't overwhelm my mind, I live in perpetual anxiety that he's sent people to murder me that are going to break through this fucking door at any second. Right? Because he's mentally ill, right? Like that's like we're both mentally ill as a result of his campaign. Right?